What on earth is popping, my little crumple babies? We're back with another exciting episode of Crumplebottom University. Last time, Cleo almost got sued for medical malpractice. And her son, Darby, met a couple other infants in town. This time, it's Halloween in Copperdale, and the Flexer family is ready to celebrate. Before we jump in, let's see how the rest of the neighborhood is doing. At the Vasquez household, little Valencia spent some time alone as her parents Ruby and Benvolio worked their plumb bobs off. Things weren't great at Ryder and Pablo's house. Pablo really woohooed the pooch and was too busy gaming to help Ryder take care of their little daughter Blake. But everything was great over at Minso and Salem's place. They took little Ruben on his first trip to the beach. And Salem dunked him fully clothed in the water, which was an interesting choice. Alright, let's head over to the main event at Zara, Sloane, and Ren Flexer's place. It was a busy morning for the Flexer family. Zara and Sloane are getting ready to drop Ren off at daycare before heading to work. Also, it's the lottery, and you already know that Zara and Sloane are gonna celebrate. And when Ren isn't being her usual fussy self, she actually achieved a ton of milestones since the last time we saw her. Right now, Sloane was helping her practice sitting up. She is such a daddy's girl. Ren was getting dropped off for her first day at the Rindle Rose Daycare in Willow Creek. And I think I forgot to mention, but it's actually fall right now. It's just the beginning, so I'm not sure why it's snowing. When Ren arrived, she was joined by her good friend Darby Yang and her future friend Cooper. Cooper, as you remember, is Juno and Blair's son. Ren tried to make conversation with Cooper to break the ice, and he was hanging on her every word. I think Darby was getting jealous. These three are gonna be best friends one day, I just know it. Their daycare worker, Miss Serena, read them some stories. And they had a really nice time. Ren even reached another milestone. She is so smart, just like her mother. Then Miss Serena helped Ren practice sitting up. At the end of the day, Zara came to collect her little cutie. And back home, Sloane made some watermelon pizza for dinner. And Zara continued to teach Ren how to sit up. Anyway, after a long day, it was time to go to sleep. Tomorrow, the lottery results would come in. Zara and Sloane could not wait to see if they won. Ren woke up in the middle of the night asking to be fed. Then they had an early morning sitting session. Zara and Sloane really wanted Ren to be able to sit up by this Sunday so she could join them at their weekly Sunday night dinners at her grandparents' house. Zara woke up hoping to get a promotion today. She did some pre-work before work, classic Zara. Sloane woke up and had some watermelon pizza for breakfast. Then he hit on Zara. And what do you know, it was snowing again. What in the life is strange is happening in this world? Anyway, Zara went off to City Hall for a fun day at work. She went to her cubicle and started researching for an upcoming case. Then her coworkers Tinsel and Henry arrived, better late than never, I suppose. Oh, and if I did not mention yet, Zara is a level 6 adept attorney now. She is really climbing that corporate ladder. Unfortunately, Zara did not win the lottery. But the winner was Kimmy Connors. If you remember her from last time, she's one of Cleo's coworkers. Wow, we've got to remember to hit her up. Anyway, it was time for Zara's lunch break.
Baldroga?
She was joined by her coworker Rowan, and they chatted for a while before getting back to work. She filed a legal motion in the courtroom, and then called it a day. Zara was waiting for Sloane to get off work because it was their weekly bowling night. And while she was waiting, Ren finally learned how to sit up. And there was even more good news. Sloane got promoted. Zara was so proud. They were gonna have a blast celebrating by bowling the night away. Sloane is really close to maxing out his bowling skill, which means he can soon challenge Selma to a game. And if he wins, he'll be a member of the esteemed bowling group, the Pin Pals. And Zara was just out here trying her best. As always, Sloane was happy to mansplain and give Zara some tips. And of course, he won. The next morning, Zara was helping Ren try baby food for the first time. And Sloane was relaxing a bit before going off to work. Somehow, Zara got promoted again. I don't even know how. She was just chilling. Now she's a level 7 lawyer, which means next time she gets promoted, she'll be a judge. And if you know one thing about Zara, it's that she loves to judge. Anyway, let's head over to the police station. Not because you're in trouble or anything, that's just where Sloane works. Sloane's assignment for the day was to gather information about a recent string of trespassing incidents. They talked to a lady about some naughty pool trespassers. Then he took some mugshots. Then he was supposed to travel to a crime scene, but unfortunately my game decided against that. And yeah, it's definitely my game's fault and not my fault, and surely not the fault of my hundreds of thousands of mods. On the bright side, this unexpected work break gave Sloane the chance to decorate a little for Halloween. He made sure to add a broom for Zara, not because she's a witch, but because she loves cleaning. I love how this man's mind works. Then Sloane headed back to the bowling alley to get even more practice. And after spending a bit bowling, he finally maxed out his skills. You know what that means. Sloane was ready to take on Selma. She should technically also be at work right now, but he invited her over anyway. And if there's one thing about Selma, it's that she'll never back down from a challenge. Sloane decided to play with his cool ball. And he easily secured a strike. Take that, Selma. Oh, brother. Another strike. Selma's goose was cooked. And in the end, Sloane won. That means he can finally join the Pin Pals. Pin Pals got some lunch upstairs to celebrate Sloane's newfound membership. Sloane got a delicious strawberry milkshake. Afterwards, Ryder and Sloane had a chat and decided it would be a good idea for their daughters to have a little play date. So they went over to Ryder's house. Ren made her way over to Ryder's daughter, Blake, and she struck up a conversation. Ren was a little moody as usual, but Blake didn't seem to mind. And when Ren got over her mood swings, she became friends with Blake. But it was getting late, and it was time to go home and get ready for tomorrow, which was Halloween. The next morning, Sloane went off to work, alone this time. And Ren got the slept through the night milestone. What a great sleeper. Zara had the day off, so she spent the morning bonding with Ren. And it was Halloween. Speaking of Halloween, you know what's really spooky? Slacking on your skills. So after feeding Ren breakfast, Zara did some work. And while she was working, a stranger appeared on her doorstep. I have never seen this woman before in my life, and neither has Zara. But being polite, Zara let her in. And just look at those shoes, those are crazy. At first, I thought this lady was gonna trick Zara into joining an MLM, but it turns out she was just some friendly lady. Her name was Kenzie, and she worked as a mixologist. After hearing that, Zara had to offer her legal representation. Just so many workplace hazards as a mixologist. Then, when Kenzie left, the trick-or-treaters started flooding in. This one girl took a treat, but then she ran away. I don't blame her. I bet Zara gets organic candy and it's gross. Sloane made it home just in time for this pumpkin-headed child. And after giving out the last treat, they headed into town for a Copperdale Halloween celebration. It was a fun party time. Wow, this has been a super spooky Halloween for the Flexer family. But an even scarier day awaits them tomorrow. That's because they're gonna have dinner at Zara's parents' house. It was a nice, quiet morning in Copperdale. Sloane and Zara were just trying to enjoy their time before dinner. Zara helped Ren with her crawling and standing skills, and in the process, they became good friends. Then, they went on a family walk down to the beach. They just enjoyed spending some time together as a little family. Later, it was time to go to the in-laws. No one seemed happy to be there. But I think everyone was trying their best. I think Sloane may have done some research on like golf or stocks or something before this because he started to bond slightly with Zara's dad. However, during the actual dinner, he chose to sit one seat apart from Sloane. But I get it, we've all seen Sloane eat. He's gross. but they had a semi-pleasant rest of their evening. Wow, thank you guys so much for sticking around for another episode. What a blast. Next time, Blair and Juno will be hosting their very first Thanksgiving as a family. Oh my goodness, so exciting. All right, see ya, Crumple Babies, next time. Love ya.